November 16, we flew to Miami to meet Nona and Newt for a one-night stay at the Hyatt Regency Coral Gables before boarding our ship, the Regent Seven Seas Mariner, for our cruise to Brazil and back. Since the cruise was almost a month long and the destinations so varied, I divided this video into 3 sections: the ship, the time cruising in the Caribbean, and the days we spent exploring the Amazon region. The Seven Seas Mariner is a destination in itself, so I want to introduce everyone to the Regent experience. We spent about 2 weeks exploring the Caribbean on our way to Brazil and back.
Abigail and I would like to wish you bon appetit!
We decided to take a semi-submersible vessel in St. Bart's to explore the ocean floor. In St. Lucia, we began our day with a boat ride along the coast with a stop for lunch and a visit to a botanical garden. view of the Twin Peaks from the water was breathtaking. If we return, we might enjoy visiting the mountains. We had a day-long tour in Grenada that included a trip to a fort, a walk in a botanical garden, a visit to a rum factory, and lunch. We were only too happy to return to our ship. We found Trinidad to be charming. The botanical gardens were some of the best we've ever seen. The Devil's Island Penal Colony was our first stop on our return from Brazil. There were no tours, but it was a pleasant walk around the larger island that has been turned into a resort. Our submarine excursion was a delightful experience, allowing us to see the ocean bottom at over 100 feet. We started our visit to Antigua with a beautiful view of the Caribbean Sea. Then we visited the Nelson Dockyard. Our day in St. Kitts began with a visit to the downtown area. Fairview Great House is an example of how large homes were designed to take advantage of sea breezes and ocean views. Next, we visited Romney Gardens.
That was the cell phone back.
Back on the bus, we stopped for a view of the meeting of the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The views from Brimstone Hill Fortress were fabulous, but required a lot of walking. We spent almost a week exploring the Amazon. The ocean began to change colors and our noses burned from the smell of smoke as we approached the entrance to the Amazon River. Water-laden clouds surrounded us as we glided through muddy waters, reminding us that the rainy season would soon begin. Much of the Amazon region is not suited to farming, but there are vast areas that are farmed extensively and produce large amounts of corn and soybeans.
Aí tu pega lá e tu pega.
Waters from the rainy season will soon cover this land up to the top of the trees. Although the four of us did not catch any piranha, many in our party did. We were forbidden to remove the hooks from the mouths of the piranha. With few roads, the rivers become the highways of the region. The Opera House was a feast for the eyes with classical decorations of Europe freshly interpreted by the motifs of the Americas. Our Cayman spotting excursion was shrouded in mystery since we set out across the river in the dark. It took some time in a boat to get from Manaus to an Indian village.
Com esse instrumento. Esse instrumento chama-se cariça em português e na minha língua indígena.
I was selected from the group to dance with this lovely girl about my granddaughter's age. Although the Rubber Museum is not an original building, it provides a look into how life was like for the rich and the men who collected the latex. Unfortunately, laborers died from overwork at young ages.
Rubber trees to make this little bulb here. What is rubber? Here, vai beber. Take the machete, his hand, going looking for the tree, but before he come with a cup like this and put just over here. So, yeah. So that liquid will fulfill it until in the morning. So he needed to do that 100 times per night in a place without light. Like I said, probably you have seen inside over there. There's a thing to put in the head. That's the lantern. It's turning on the lantern with oil.
The next day, we had a lecture on board the ship about the Baobamba folklore show.
Yep.
As we leave the waters of the Amazon River, we realize just how little we have seen, and perhaps one day we will return for more adventures in the jungle.